So yeah, I'm on site there. We have currently 11 townhomes available to move in ready.
This
We
is at Cricket Club?
in Cricket Club. Right now, we have, I mean, our incentives change all the time. Currently, we have, free washer and dryer, but that expires tomorrow. Any incentive I'm gonna quote you today expires tomorrow. Because when we close, what we do is the fiscal year, that is when we have to close our numbers and provide it to the main corporate office in Texas. Our fiscal year ends tomorrow. So they pretty much give you almost everything in the world until tomorrow. After tomorrow, we're still gonna have very good incentives, but it might not be as much. Like you might not have a free washer and dryer, but we still help as long as you, and I know there's a lender here, but as long as you use our lender and title company, we give you some money for closing costs. Right now, we're using we're giving up to $14,000. Doesn't cover all your closing costs, but your cash out of pocket is gonna be between $800 to $1,000. The rest is covered by the builder. I mean, we try to get you, and I will fight together with her to get you your home. I mean, like she said, there's a lot of bumps in the road. It can be a little stressful, but at the end of the day, you get your home. I also sell Miami Gardens, so I don't know where you guys are looking at, but if you guys have interest, all the information is there. The only open on the second page is Princeton Park. Princeton Park doesn't have any models to view, so I will have to meet you at Lauderhill to show you what we're gonna have there, because that's super pre-construction.
Princeton Park?
That's in Miami Gardens, yep.
Oh, okay.
And I am physically gonna be transferred to Walden, the last one on the right. I'm going there when my community opens. That's gonna be between, we guesstimate December to February. But, you know, I try to stay within the first-time home buyer market. Like I was telling her, I mean, we all get paid for our job regardless of what we do. But there's nothing better than when you close, you know, the tears you get from a first-time home buyer. You know, it's the truth. When I bought my first house, I bought it with my current husband right now, and we did it with a 3.5% down in an FHA loan. We didn't have money, and I was a general realtor just like Violet at that time. And I got to use my commission because I didn't have any money to put down. I was allowed to do it because I was a realtor. Buyers normally don't, but you know, that was my situation. When I sold that house, I bought it at $200,000 on the down the market. I sold it at $400,000. And I walked out with $200,000 in my pocket. I didn't have the money when I bought the house. So there's nothing better investment-wise for you guys with a little tiny money to grow your money that bad. If you put that money in a savings account, the interest you're gonna get, I don't care what type of account, you're never gonna make that type of money.
Nope.
Ever.
Less than 2%.
The people that bought those townhomes originally when we opened a little bit over a year ago have made about $30,000 in equity today. And we have not finished building. Markets change, I can't control the market, but currently it's a very good hot market and you're making money out of it. So, you know, see it as an investment besides your home. Any questions, guys?
I'm trying to find a way to word this.
Just say it.
Just say it.
Just spit it out.
Yeah.
Just spit it out.
Okay, so you know how, what is it called when somebody is trying to sell their house, so you take over their mortgage? It's not a short sale.
Assumable mortgage.
That's what it's called?
You're assuming the mortgage.
Assuming
You're
the
literally
mortgage.
assuming somebody else's mortgage.
Yeah. So is that ever recommended for certain people?
You're not gonna have that over there because there's a brand new home, so there wasn't.
Yeah, that would be more like a
That's
seller
when
financing.
a seller has a mortgage, and then, you know, I gave somebody a mortgage 10 years ago, they're selling this house to you, and you wanna assume that mortgage. That is possible sometimes, yes.
Or you can do seller financing. I mean, there's a bunch of options in resale. In new construction, it's more, you're buying the seller, which is the builder. I mean, there's terms and conditions, helps you a lot with closing costs to close. Sometimes they have promotions like free washer and dryer. Sometimes we get blinds, sometimes we don't have anything. I mean, it all depends, but we always have something. even if you were to use your own lender, I can still give you, not the 14,000, but I can still give you some money to help you with closing costs. I cannot promise you any amount more than 2,500 today, but I can always go for an approval for a little more. But I don't like to promise numbers, you know, I have to go to my boss, I mean, I'm not the boss. Like she explained, Violet, that was very important, that she said I was listening from the outside. When you come to buy a house, you're really committing into a contract. There's a lot of people that come, signs a contract and say, well, I can change my mind in 2 days. Yeah, you can, but you will lose your money. You know, and I just like to be very clear on that. I'm not trying to be, you know, rude. I just think the more clear we are, we're all gonna be always on the same page, and there's not gonna be any misunderstandings.
And if I could just interject, it is so serious. As you go along, you're going to feel frustrated, trust me. You're gonna go in there with this hype, you know, I want this house, I'm approved, blah, 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 tell your whole family and all your friends. And after about 3 weeks, then you start to have a bad taste in your mouth. Why? Because
annoying.
there's so many things are coming at you and you're
It's
like.
really just because of me, because I'm calling you all the time.
It's not him.
It's not him. It's not him, it's the underwriter.
Yes, the underwriter is asking him, and then he comes to me, and then, you know, I have buyers who get so frustrated with me, and because I don't have that type of patience, because after I lay it out for you, and you don't do it, you know what I do? I sit down quietly, because now you're locked into it. So you mess up, you know what goes. You already know.
Yeah.
Your money is gonna be gone. And don't look to me to go and fight for that because you didn't listen. And I'm not gonna sit down and fight and carry on and all of that. I kind of withdraw in my own little shell because I already know what it is. So when you're set out to do it, I'm gonna guide you. I'm gonna guide you straight through, because at the end of the day, if anything happens, Violet has to be the one to fight for that. The escrow company they're neutral. I don't have any power over them. I can't do anything when the escrow is there. It's now between me and the seller fighting for you. That's why you want to have a good realtor who can fight for you.
Yes.
And she will. She's
But
closed like
no,
4
and-
transactions
and
just in
just so
my
you guys don't
community.
get scared. Let's just say the property doesn't appraise, or you do your inspection and something's wrong with the inspection and you don't wanna close. That's okay. You can cancel and get your deposit. So don't get scared that, oh my God, I'm gonna give this deposit and I'm gonna lose it if I don't wanna buy the house, because there's certain criteria that don't allow you to buy it. For example, if the appraisal comes down very low and there's no type of agreement where the seller would wanna reduce the sales price, that's a legal reason to cancel a contract and you will get your deposit. There's certain criteria in the contract that allow you to get your deposit back, which is fine. You will get that and she will guide you on that. However, just decide that you don't wanna close because you just changed your mind is not a valid reason.
Right.
Just so you're clear, I don't want you to go crazy, think, oh my God, I'm never gonna. No,
Right.
there's certain parts of the contract that allow you legally to get released from the obligation and get your deposit back. And that is something that she will explain to you when the moment comes, if your inspection goes well and you like it. But if something happens and you do an inspection doesn't go well, or maybe you can't get financing. He does his best and he can't get you financing and you have to cancel the contract and move on, then that would happen. And you will get your deposit 100%. Do you understand? So those are just certain criteria, but for the most part, because you decide that you don't like the color of the house, is not a reason not to buy. So you see what
Yeah,
I'm saying?
and new construction, when it comes to inspections, is a little different because it's not a FAR contract.
Right.
In the FAR contract, you have like the 7-day, 10-day inspection period time. In a new construction, you have the right to do inspections, absolutely, by all means. You have all rights, I mean, you know, you're free to do your, you know. There's gonna be restrictions, you cannot access the attic, you cannot access the electric box, and you cannot go in the roof, and that's for liability reasons. The inspectors have to give us a bunch of things, because we are a little strict when it comes to that, that's why we're the number one. You know, we want, you know, workers comp for $1 million, we require a lot of things from the inspector. We want a licensed and insured inspector, but by all means. Now, you do have a home warranty with a new home, which is different than a resale. In a resale, you buy as is, whatever you get and whatever you discover the next day is your problem. With a new construction home, when you buy, you're gonna have a 1 year pretty much bumper to bumper warranty on the house. You can extend your roof warranty if it's a fee simple, like what I sell right now in the townhomes, those are fee simple, which means, you know, it's not a common area. Let's say your roof is not a common area, so you're responsible for your own roof, even though you're attached to a neighbor. So your piece of the roof will be your responsibility. We give you a 1 year roof warranty. You can extend it up to 2 years, and I'll explain all the rules for that. I just don't wanna make it a little more confusing, but you just have to fill out surveys for 1 year, and you extend your roof warranty for an additional year. The structure of the house is covered for 10 years. So, you know, you're going as a first-time home buyer with all your savings into this home, and then the next day, I don't know, you have a leak in the roof. And you have to come out of pocket 5, 10 grand to fix the roof, God knows how much, or you have to change the AC. To change the AC unit, you're gonna pay what, 25, 3,500 for a new unit? So all that is gonna come out of your pocket. With the builder, you just call customer service, you're gonna have a rep in customer service, you call them, they come and service your home, and it's service for the first year. So at least, I mean, absolutely, by all means, do inspections, I mean, I'm not telling you not to. My husband works for my competition, and he does actually.
Oh, wow.
But that happens to the best of us, you know? But my husband's job is actually warranty, that's his job, for another builder. And, what he tells me all the time, and this is off the record, because I'm not telling you to do either way, it's like, he said, I don't understand why buyers spend $500-600 on an inspection when you have a warranty. Why don't they do an inspection 30 days prior to the warranty expiring? So you can have a huge punch list of what's really wrong with the house, because you're still gonna be covered. You see what I'm
Right.
saying? You call us tomorrow and say, my toilet is leaking, customer service have to take care of it. But when the year hits, if your toilet is leaking, sorry. Now, if you do an inspection 90, 60, 30 days prior to your expiration, you can always take that document and say, hey seller, I have all these items here, and I need you to address them before. So now you document